good friend of Impact 103, as a matter of fact. LL Ministries celebrating 20 years in Africa. Yay! I love that. I love the sound of that. They really have been doing some great and impactful work on discipleship and so many things in the country. And we're going to catch up with them a little bit and hear about some plans that they have to celebrate this 20 years and the upcoming conference. And I see all your other messages on the WhatsApp line. Get to them in a short while. But right now, I must get to this gentleman here that is waiting across the screen. His name is Herman, and we are chatting 20 years, Herman, in Africa on the 12th of March. That's what you guys are celebrating. And you're celebrating with a half-day online conference called Rediscovering the Fear of the Lord. Tell me all about it.
Yes, certainly. What a amazing time it is for us, 20 years in Africa. And for us, it is so important to celebrate. You know, when you celebrate, you give honor. It's such a powerful statement in the spirit to say, for 20 years, Lord, this is all that you have done, you know. And celebration is when you look at that word, it is to be moved. It's like moving in a circle, but it's to be moved with acknowledgement of everything that God has done in our midst, you know.
Yeah.
He brought so many breakthroughs in people's lives. We saw many breakthroughs, and you know, over 20 years, if people have met him and he brought life healing or deliverance, you know, it accumulates. It just gets bigger, you know, what we want to thank him for, you know, and so if you take a day and you look at what God has done in a day, you know, imagine 20 years that you just need to say, Lord, you know, every time you fulfilled your word, the promise for someone, we want to acknowledge it. And it's a powerful statement in the spirit and for people, because it builds people's faith.
Yeah, true.
But actually, it is to say to God, actually, you reign.
Right.
And that's what we say. We want to say, God, you reign. And you reign, you will still reign. And that's why we celebrate. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the source of all of it. I mean, we just see the great work that's being done, but without him, none of it over the past 20 years would have been possible. So tell us how you guys are actually planning to celebrate, when it is taking place. Is it, you know, I see you having a conference?
That's right, and we call the conference Rediscovering the Fear of the Lord. You know, we live in a day and age where I'm in awe of many things that happens around me. Yeah, and then sometimes I'm in awe of God. Like I get a new computer or car, or there's innovation, or I see a person. I mean, really, you know, there's lots of awe. And then seldom we respond to who God really is. And that spirit is sometimes also within the church around us. And what happens is that we remain in the state that we are, in our sin, in our brokenness, because actually we are bigger, our thoughts are bigger, our ways are bigger, and actually, you know, let's just see where God can perhaps help me.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
And we see it on our healing retreats. We see it. People hear the truth, but you know, it is a nice to know. You know, there's just so much information around, you know, and that is just a nice to know. But the awe and the reverence to God, who He is, who He really is, and when we meet Him, that moves us into a place where we say, Lord, I need your ways. I need the way that you do things. And we've got a very simple definition on healing. Healing is restoring the order of God. But without the motive, people don't even think about changing their life.
Sure, that's powerful.
When we see Him for who He really is.
Yeah.
Man, this morning I had the opportunity just to acknowledge that again. Just Lord, you are awesome, and therefore I align my life. I bring my life into your reality, into who you are, and that is then when we see God's healing. And so one of the sessions is going to be on the fear of the Lord and how it relates to healing. And so we're very excited about that.
I mean, you're already telling me, some of the topics you're going to be discussing. Tell me now a bit of, some of the speakers that you guys have lined up for this conference.
Yeah, I'm biased, but, these are my favorites. We've got 3 speakers. Mm-hmm. And all of them I regard like fathers of the faith. That's personally for me. We've got Alistair Petrie from Partnership Ministries, and he wrote a book, In Holy Fear, and he will explain what the fear of the Lord is. And then we have got Peter Harbin, who founded LL Ministries. Wow. And he's going to talk about healing and the fear of the Lord. And because it's online, people can access it. But then what is going to be great, we got the Derek Puffett. He is the one who brought LL Ministries to Africa 20 years ago. And we're going to have him too there, and we're going to say, listen, you 3, will you tell us about the fear of the Lord? There's many times, there is sometimes a time of impartation where the children need to sit and learn from the fathers. Yeah. And Psalm 34 that talks about it. It says, come, O children, listen to me, and I will teach you the fear of the Lord. And we're going to have a couch session where we're going to ask them questions, these giants of faith, about what they've learned about the fear of the Lord. And because it's just half a day, it is easy, I believe, to just fit into one schedule. And I think this is groundbreaking. And because, we as a ministry, we want to walk in the fear of the Lord.
Of course.
And there's no other better way to celebrate it.
I love it.
This topic.
I love it, absolutely.
The fear of the Lord.
All right, so you've given me all the details I need. The conference is taking place on the 12th, which is next week, Saturday. It's a half-day online conference, Rediscovering the Fear of the Lord, with some amazing speakers lined up. Now, maybe our listeners are listening in thinking this is so powerful. Actually, somebody was commenting to say, powerful, powerful. We celebrate your walk as a church in Christ with you, LL Ministries. But also, I'm sure others are asking themselves, how do we take part? How do we participate? How do we join? How do we attend this powerful upcoming conference?
There's going to be a cost to that. It's 150 Rand, but I want to say that if you can spare 150 Rand, do that. If you cannot, let us know. We will make a plan.
Okay.
But go to ll.org.za, and the banner, Rediscovering the Fear of the Lord, will be there. Click on there and book. If you struggle to get online, bookings at ll.org.za, or phone us at 012 what is our telephone number?
012-809-1172.
1172.
I got you.
You've got me. Thank you so much. But it is really, we want to see people, but we want to equip them with this essential key within the Christian faith, the fear of the Lord.
The fear of the Lord. So powerful. Thank you, Herman, for chatting to us. And remember to visit LL Ministries' website for more information on this. And LL is spelled ELLEL. Thank you. We'll catch up soon.
I've never known a love like yours.